All right, so I just want to sit down and kind of talk about my initial impressions of Sonic Frontiers. This is right after I streamed the game for 5 hours. So we've gotten done about 1/5 of the game from what I can tell. There's probably maybe a little bit less than that, but there's still like quite a lot of gameplay left. So again, this is first impressions. There's gonna be no spoilers. I'm not gonna be talking about anything story related, anything specific to levels. So don't worry, if you watch this, you shouldn't be spoiled anything major. The only things I'll be talking about are more specific game decisions, I guess, and just kind of my experience so far. But again, I'm not going to be saying any plots or anything like that, so don't worry about that. And I won't even be showing any footage too, so you don't have to worry about getting spoiled or anything like that. Alright, so 5 hours in, first thing I gotta say is that honestly, the game does not feel like it's complete. A whole bunch of people in my chat were talking while I was streaming that apparently the developers wanted to push this game back even further, or I guess the game designers themselves. Actually, Sega probably didn't want to push it back. They probably wanted to have it out, before Christmas. But I think this game should have been delayed more. It is pretty clear while playing it that the game just isn't finished in some ways, or it's not nearly as polished as it should be. It's kind of hard to believe at points already, at least, that this was an $80 game. It feels much closer at times to a game like Sonic Speed Simulator than it does an actual like AAA, developed game. The biggest area I really notice it is the cutscenes. You can really tell at certain points that some cutscenes had a lot more effort put into them, and they look really good. There's actually one specific cutscene, I'm not going to say any details about it. It was right at the end of the stream that I just had, but it looked amazing. It was a really good cutscene. Nothing but good things to say about that. But there's so many other earlier cutscenes before it where it just doesn't look very good. Like, there's points where we were seeing one character, one section, they were talking in game, their mouth didn't move at all. I'm serious, their mouth just doesn't move. They just have no animation for their mouth moving. There's also one point where you talk to a certain character, you get introduced to him, and the character doesn't talk in English per se. So it's mostly subtitles that you're reading while you're talking to them. And the first couple subtitles, the character kind of makes like a grunting noise. They're kind of talking like their language, so you still know that they're talking to you. But then after that, they just go silent, and there's like 20 or 30 boxes of subtitles you read, or maybe not that many, but there's a bunch of boxes of subtitles you read, and just no noise comes from the character. They don't make their little noises that they're making. So I just, like, what? Like, why didn't they add more noises? Why does the game look like this? The pop-up in this game is also pretty terrible. Again, I'm not gonna be showing any footage in this video, but there are multiple points where you're just running and then like 10, 20 feet in front of Sonic, you see platforms appear out of nowhere. It really breaks the immersion of the game for me. There's multiple points. If you watch the full 5-hour stream, you'll see basically everything, or everything I'm talking about here, I mean. But there's just so many points where the game kind of breaks the immersion a little bit, and it becomes very, very, very clear that you are playing a video game. It is not, it's not very good at building the world in that way. And it's kind of funny too, at one point the game even jokes, or I think it's Sonic jokes, that the world's like desolate and feels empty or whatever, or something like that. And honestly it did, and I don't think it felt that way the way the developers intended it to. It just actually felt lifeless at points. Like, I'm not trying to be so negative, I was looking forward to this game. I really did want it to be good, but at least at the point that it currently is at, on launch day, it does not feel like it's finished. I personally would not recommend spending money on it. I paid 80 Canadian dollars for it. It's the going price in Canada. I don't know what it is in the States, but personally, unless you're a really big Sonic fan and just can look past all these issues and don't care as much, as long as you see the blue blur like flying through at high speeds, as long as you see that and you're happy, you'll probably enjoy this game. If you just want to see Sonic and Tails and friends doing stuff, and in a game that's, HD and looking cool, then you'll probably enjoy the game. But as someone who's not a fan of most Sonic games, I'm mostly just a fan of the adventure series and, like the odd game here or there, I would probably not recommend this game to someone like me. This game just doesn't give me, at least at this point anyways, what I want in a Sonic game. There's still a lot of gameplay left, and I am going to play through the full game on stream, so my opinions might change, or my viewpoint might change once I play a lot more of it. But at this point, honestly, I don't have too much positive to say about it, other than at some points the graphics look really nice and had some pretty good music, but honestly, it was kind of a lackluster experience. I hope that your guys' experience with it is better. Hopefully you're able to look past some of the immersion issues that I was mentioning and still enjoy the game. But honestly, I did not have the best time during my 5-hour stream. It was still all right. Like, it was still a fun video game, but It just definitely was not an amazing Sonic game. I definitely would still rather go back and play like Sonic Adventure at this point. But who knows? There's still a lot of gameplay left. Maybe it'll get better. Some people in chat were saying it does get better over time, so who knows? But we'll kind of see. So thanks for watching this video. If you sat through all this, thank you for listening to me rant about Sonic Frontiers for however long this video ends up being. But thanks for watching. Please click like if you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys soon with some more Sonic Frontiers. Have a good one.